Hello and welcome to another review for All That Film. Today we're joined by Turtle to talk about the latest film, High Note.
Hello.
And Turtle, tell us a little bit of your thoughts on this film, what you thought of it, likes, loves, maybe some dislikes, who knows?
Mm. I I personally think this is one of those films where if I had not been prompted to review it, I probably wouldn't have reviewed it. Um, that's not that's not anything damning against this film. I think it's pretty fun, but I do think the summer is where this film should be, and then we should promptly forget about it. I mean, it's like I was thinking about this film recently, and I was thinking about A Star Is Born, and I was wondering, would either of the leads have this Oscar discussion around it had COVID not happened? And I'm really struggling because it could go either way, but I don't think it should have. But at the same time, it's a fun film. It's a fun film. I think it's worth the watch. But I don't think it's quite hit the high note.
Whoa! Hey-oh.
I it's I think the story is like pretty predictable, right? Like if you have you read the plot synopsis?
I have not. I know it's about music. I tend to like music movies, though. I tend to be a fan of the, even if they're not like great. If there's someone singing in something,
Mm.
I'm a big fan.
There are some good bobs in there, I will say. I think the soundtrack could be something worth checking out. I
Does Ice
I
Cube rap in this?
No, he doesn't. He
Missed
he
opportunity. All I gotta
he
say.
plays the manager. I wish he would. I wish he would. I I think this film, like a lot of where I'm finding the problem with this film is the fact that it doesn't know what it wants to be, right? Because on one hand you got like Devil Wears Prada, like established professional and ingenue thing going on. And then you got Tracee Ellis Ross's like internal struggles as a black singer. And then you got Dakota Johnson who's trying to figure her life out. And this is all happening while she is having a romance with some random guy she met at a grocery store, and then he's got his own like there's just so much going on. And I don't think it does some of those bits like very well. Like the romance, I think I could miss that. Even though I do think Kelvin Harrison Jr. is a pretty great actor, and his time will come. I arguably his time has come, but like I think he's an actor we should watch out for in the future. It's just this is probably not going to be one we're going to remember from his what is it, like filmography.
Backlog, his
Yeah,
career. Yeah.
yeah. I think we'll miss this one, honestly. Um
Well, it's important you mentioned that specifically because I don't know if he has, I don't know what sort of role he has in it because he's not high on the cast list. But
mhm.
he's also in the trial of the Chicago Seven later this year, the Aaron Sorkin film. So yeah,
Mm,
Kelvin Harrison Jr. is in virtually everything.
yeah. I I didn't realize he was in Waves because like I personally think that he looks quite different from how he looked in Waves. He was like a believable high schooler, which is like really hard to pull off as a 25-year-old in Hollywood.
I was wondering the same thing too because he has acted in multiple different age ranges, specifically two high school roles last year in Waves and Loose.
Mhm.
Um, and both of those, I was like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, you're a high schooler. I believe it. And
Yeah.
he's older than me. So,
Exactly. I mean, like, in this, he's basically playing the romantic lead for Dakota Johnson. I mean, she doesn't look old or anything, but like, I believed it. I thought they were the same age. I don't know how old Dakota Johnson is actually, but yeah, real chameleon that one.
I can check and see if
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson is going on the Cougar alert.
Oh my god.
5-year difference, so we're gonna keep her off for now.
Okay.
But watch yourself, Dakota, is all we have to say. Just curious. With Tracee Ellis Ross from Blackish fame, did she give like a really good performance here? Because it would be cool to see her sort of spin off from like the success of Blackish. And I know obviously like Little came out, but that wasn't like the most well received movie.
Justice for Little. I'm kidding. I've never watched Little. I mean, do I think she gives a good performance? Absolutely. I think she gives a great performance. This is one of my gripes with the film. I think I don't know how to put this delicately, but I think the people doing the marketing knew that she would personally like sell the movie. So from the marketing, I thought she was gonna be a much bigger, like, her internal issues would be a much bigger part of the movie than it really was. It was more about Dakota Johnson's life as a up and coming producer and how like no one gives her chances. And like, Dakota Johnson is like a really great actress, and I think she killed it in here. Like she kills everything, but at the same time, I think maybe I would prefer her to be in either a serious drama or a rom-com. And like this married two of them and then kind of left Tracee Ellis Ross on the side a little bit, I think.
Interesting. Are there any other points you want to go over with High Note?
I mean, I think Dakota Johnson, if she was, I really wish this was the kind of like era of rom-coms, because I think Dakota Johnson would make such a good rom-com lead. I'm just putting it out there.
Rom-coms are dead, Turtle.
No, they're making a comeback. They're making
a slight comeback with Lovebirds on Netflix, of course, that you've seen, right? You haven't. You haven't. Huh?
I haven't.
False rom-com lover.
You know what I've watched like this whole month? I've watched Fast and Furious. That's all I've watched.
Which is a rom-com in some ways.
More likely than you think.
But yeah, that's going to do it for a review of The High Note. Thank you, Turtle. And if you guys want to check out more of these reviews, feel free to do so. They will be linked at the end of the video, as well as the little subscribe button to check out more of these in the future. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.